check out the Rampages and catch the freaking vibe. Catch the vibe and write it, because it honestly feels good. Watching The Real Manifestation Talk with your girl Dina Haynes, where I break down Abraham Hicks and Neville Goddard manifesting techniques for the everyday person like yourself. And today I'm going to be talking about Abraham Hicks rampages. Abraham Hicks's rampages. So if you don't know what that is, I will put a link right here in the video as well as down below in the description so that you can get a good taste of what this is. It's a tool you can use if you're wondering how to make manifestation work for you, as well as mental diet, how to make your mental diet work for you, which is essential in manifestation and law of attraction. But before we get into it, have you liked the video yet? Please hit that like button. It really helps my channel out, guys. And hit the subscribe button because you want to know when the next video is going to go live. And drop a comment down below. Whatever questions you have about manifestation, I will devote a whole video just to that question if you drop that comment down below. And don't forget to stay through the whole video, because at the end of the video, I always do a yes or no tarot pick a card reading. So whatever burning questions you have right now in your life, you will get a definitive answer by the end of the video, along with a little message for you. And if you are interested in getting personalized one-on-one manifestation coaching, you can check out the link here in the video as well as down below in the description, where you can book a one-on-one manifestation coaching session with me. Now that that's taken care of, let's talk rampages. I'll explain. Okay, so first of all, a rampage is good when you're having doubts coming in, maybe your fears are sort of taking control and you want to bring yourself down off of the edge of the cliff. Like you're just like spiraling maybe, right? And you're like, what am I going to do? You're trying to believe in law of attraction. You're trying to get behind the fact that you can manifest whatever it is that you want. And yet maybe someone's voice is hanging over your head. Maybe you talk to someone that told you that that's a ridiculous notion, or maybe it's just your own fears that are getting in the way, that are telling you it's not going to come, and you want to get past it. It's for those desperate moments of doubt and fear. And when Abraham has her seminars, she does this with guests. She'll ask a person to come up on the stage with her. They sit down, and usually it's when the guest starts speaking for their limitations. And what that means is someone who defends like the current reality, or defends their old ways of thinking, that really that's what they need to get past in order to get to their manifestation. Sometimes you find yourself telling the same story over and over again. And if you keep doing that, then you perpetuate the current reality that you're trying to get away from. So in order to stop telling those old stories, this is what Abraham does, is they'll come up on stage and they start telling the old stories. And Abraham doesn't really sit for that. And this is why, because if Abraham engages you in discussion about your old story that you're trying to get away from, then they are perpetuating that old story with you, which just is going to add more power to it. So what she'll do is she'll get the person to go general, and meaning to speak in more general terms and to speak about what things in your life are going well. What are the things that you know? It's basically a way of speaking that raises your vibration up from the low vibration of telling your old story, of talking about your doubts and your fears. You want to get to the place where you focus on where you're going. You focus on the good, what's good going in your life. And this is how she does it, is she goes general with the person. And sometimes, usually the person, it's hard for them to do that for themselves. So what she does is she'll start asking the person questions like, do you believe that you are a deliberate creator? And the person automatically goes, yes, because if you've been following Abraham, you already know I'm a deliberate creator. I bought into that. I believe that. And you just kind of spin off from there. So, okay, so you believe you're a deliberate creator. And so, like, if it's a limiting belief, like let's say it's a money limiting belief, then you say, I may be struggling with paying the bills, but I also know that all of my bills get paid on time. So that's going downstream. So it's about going downstream versus upstream. Upstream, you're using your paddle, you're working a little too hard or maybe a lot too hard. Downstream, you're going with the flow, in the vortex, in alignment with your spirit guides and your manifestations. So say you say, I know that I'm a deliberate creator. I may be struggling to pay my bills every month, but I also know that I always manage to pay my bills on time. I'm starting a new job, and I know that for sure with this new job, even though I'm just starting, that the money's starting to flow, and it's starting to flow in. And I know that even though I may not be able to buy that vacation right this second, I know that I can start putting money toward buying it in the future. And when I do, it's going to be amazing. And before I take that vacation, what's even better is planning the vacation. I can start planning it now. It feels good to plan the vacation. It feels good to think about the things that I'm going to do on my trip, and so on and so on. And so this is also a great tool for when you are crafting your own affirmations. So affirmations are something that they're better if you do them yourself. However, if you just if you're just not that good at it, then you can find sources you can Google affirmations and find sources that will list a bunch of affirmations for you. But it's better if you do them yourself because then they're tailored to your specific situation. I will link a video in here where I talk about just how to do that. You could also check out, I did a video that is just affirmations with nice, soothing 432 hertz music. So you can listen to that. But a good way to make your own affirmations is to do this Rampage method. So, for instance, you start off with, let's see, I'm a writer. So, I've done a Rampage where I say, I start off with, I love writing. Writing really fulfills me, and I'm so grateful that my writing fulfills me. And people feel that love that I have for writing. So many people are clamoring for my books. They're really excited for my books to come out. And I am excited for the stories that I'm making. I enjoy creating these characters, and that joy translates to my readers who really enjoy the journey that they take when they read my books. I'm constantly getting feedback from my readers about how much they love my books. I have so many readers that I now have a team of readers who are a huge support to me. They are excited to promote my books and to tell other people about my books. That then translates to sales. I now have such a huge base of fans that love my books and read my books religiously. Every time I release a book, I gain even more fans, and on and on and on. So this is basically how it works. And each step is you're going higher and higher and higher in your vibration, as well as visualizing. It really helps you to visualize. So for those of you out there who struggle with knowing how to feel your manifestation, this is a really great tool to do that. You just talk yourself up. Talk it up, talk it up, talk it up, talk it up. If you want to really get good at this, I would suggest Googling, or not Googling, but checking out on YouTube, put in the keywords Abraham Hicks rampages and just watch a bunch of them and see how she does it. You will then understand what she's doing, because I was talking to a friend who was like, what is this rampage? Like, is she just like high on her life? And like, they just thought she was going on about herself in kind of a self-centered way. And it's like, no, she's doing that for the people. And you will notice that when she's doing that for the listeners, that, and for you, as you listen to it, you will start to get pumped up. That's how I feel when I listen. I start to get really pumped up. And even though she's speaking to the one person, her rampages are general enough to where anyone can get pumped up from what she's saying in these rampages. So I challenge you to check out those videos, check out the rampages, and catch the freaking vibe. Catch the vibe and write it, because it honestly feels good. And even if it's not about you, it still will pump you up to feeling good about your own manifestations. And as you listen, then you can learn how to do it yourself. Now we are at the point in the video where I'm going to do the tarot reading. So have you come up with a question yet? I'm going to give you 3 seconds to come up with your question if you haven't already. In 3, 2. All right, then let's shuffle. All right, here we go. Boom. Ooh, it's a yes. And it's a King of Cups, which is good. Cups are good. Cups usually represent abundance, I think. That's how I like to think of it. This is interesting. Here it is, King of Cups. So it's a guy, a man who's got a cup. He's got a crab in the cup, which to me, yeah, that's just abundance. And there's a horse riding in the crushing waves. So to me, it's like someone who is in control of their environment almost. So the answer to your question is a yes. So that's fantastic. Whatever your question is about, it sounds like it's green lights. Okay, it says it could be that there is an older man in your life who is offering to be of help. The assistance can be safely taken, and you would do well to listen to what the King of Cups has to say. If there is no such individual, then the situation represented by this card has to do with the correct use of feeling, justice, and fair play. This card is about honorable feelings. Right. So I think that's what the water in the card represents. It's like water tends to represent, I think, emotion, and in the card you see like the foam, so the waves are crashing down, but the king trots atop those crushing waves. So it sounds like what it's saying is that you are really well in control of at least of your emotional nature.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what I'm getting from this is that it sounds like you've kind of been through some kind of emotional journey recently, I would say, almost like a turmoil, and you've come out the winner. You've come out on the other side, and you're in a good place, because the emotion nature, I mean, with regards to manifestation, emotions is what it's all about. Your emotions, how you feel. I was just talking to someone about how in manifestation, but in law of attraction, how it really works is how you feel on the inside. So I was telling this person, you can't lie to the universe. You can't lie to your inner being. And really it's all about awareness, your inner being, awareness. It's all the same thing, but it is all knowing. So there's no way to hide and lie. So that is why there are a lot of manifestors out there who say you have to feel your manifestation, but it's even deeper than that. It's just about getting to a place where you can at least suspend your belief, and you can at least believe that it is possible. And sometimes when you have issues about self-esteem, or maybe you have a poverty mindset, whatever those negative beliefs are that get in the way of are getting in the way of you getting your manifestation, those negative thoughts need to be corrected. Your mental diet needs to be adjusted to allow for yourself to believe that you can manifest these things into your life, to believe that you have that kind of control. And so, since it sounds like you've come through an emotional breakthrough where you've come out on top, and you probably have more confidence in your control over your own emotions and knowing where you stand, because once you harness your mental diet, that's pretty much it. It's like no one can really knock you down. And people might try, but no one can knock you down so long as you are solid in how you feel, where you stand, what you're doing. This is fantastic news. It's saying yes. It's saying you can trust yourself. When you come through something like that, you absolutely can trust yourself more. And maybe trusting this process of manifestation, because I think that's also a journey too, and a journey to trust that you are on the right path, to trust that you are receiving messages from the universe, your spirit guide, your inner being. And once you have that trust, then the belief gets easier, the manifestations get easier, because you just know. Maybe you've proven it to yourself through testing and trying it out and trying to manifest things. And it sounds like you're also ready to start really manifesting the big stuff too, because once you get a harness on those emotions, then anything is possible. You can manifest daily, instantly. Okay, so I hope that this video helped you. If you have not liked the video yet, please hit that button right down below and subscribe so you'll know when the next video comes up, and comment down below whatever questions you have about manifestation, things that are still unclear to you. Drop your questions in the comments below and I will devote a whole video just to that question. And stay tuned, because next week I'm going to be talking about the law of detraction. What? Like, what is that? Okay, is that a thing? Well, stay tuned and find out. I will see you next time.